Good day, everyone. I am Sir Robbie, and together, we will learn the word of the future, robotics. Did you know that here in Educational Technology Unit, robotics is a priority to make every Filipino learners and teachers competent and meet the demands of the future global scene? Wherein teachers, students, and parents who wanted to learn robotics is just a click away for free. Robotics is an interdisciplinary field which integrates computer science and engineering. It involves design, construction, operation, and use of robots to assist human activities. Are you ready for this transformation? Soon in ICT's Educational Technology Unit. Come and join us and love the future para sa bata, para sa bayan, at para sa guro. Sulong edukalidad.
Magandang araw, Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETUlay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETUlay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng ICT's Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del B. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETUlay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
Ayan. So, good morning everyone. So, andito na naman tayo sa another session ng ating ETUlay para sa Fundamentals of Accountancy, Business and Management 1. Okay, so meron tayong early bird. Si Chris, ang aga-aga niya nag-online. So, hello, good morning Chris. And to Grace also, and Mary Faith. So, si Mary Faith ay from South Cotabato. Okay, so ang layo ng ating nararating. Ayan, good morning. Okay, so good morning din, SDO Pampanga. Okay, Lapu-Lapu City. Ang layo na ng nararating natin. Okay, Region 7. Okay, so good morning again. So, I'll be discussing quarter 4, week 3. Okay? Kasi yung mga susunod nating mga topics naman ay parang review na lang ng ginawa natin sa mga nakaraang linggo. Okay, so let us begin. Okay, our topic is about merchandising business. Okay, so ang objective natin for this session, you'll be able to describe the nature of transaction in a merchandising business. Okay, so you will able to learn new accounts, okay, for merchandising business which are different from service business, and you'll be able to know the inventory system in merchandising business. Okay. Before we proceed, let us first discuss what merchandising business is. So, merchandising business is a company that buys goods and resells these goods without making any modification at a price higher than its purchase price for the purpose of making profit. So, buying and selling lang tayo. We will buy at a lower price and then we will resell it at a higher price. Okay, so yung whatever's the difference, that will be our income or revenue. So, it's a product-oriented firm. Okay, ang mga example nito, sari-sari stores, drug stores, supermarkets, yung department stores natin, kaya na mga example ng merchandising business. Okay, so there are two types of merchandising business. So one is the retailer and the other one is the wholesaler. Okay, retailer is a merchandising company that sells goods directly to customers. Like for example, yung sari-sari stores natin. Okay, so yung sari-sari store, once bumili ka ng product doon, diretso nang gagamitin ng customers yon. Ang wholesalers, okay, is a merchandising company that sells goods to retailers. Okay, maramihan naman ito. Okay, so sometimes, pag mas marami yung by bulk yung bibilin mo, mas makakamura ka. Kaya marami tayong mga retailers na nagpupunta sa Divisoria, okay, para bibili sila ng bulto-bulto or by bulk, and then ibebenta nila yon at a higher price. Okay, example na to, the retailer SM Supermarket, okay, buys products, okay, from the wholesaler Unilever Philippines. Okay, so si Unilever, ano mga products dyan? Like, yung mga shampoo, Sunsilk, okay, yung cream silk. Okay, so yan yung mga products na, actually marami pa. Okay, so Unilever, magbebenta sila sa SM, and then ang SM naman ay ibebenta na to diretso sa consumer or sa customers. Okay, so ano ang channel of distribution natin? Okay, so okay, next please. Yan, so ang dami na. So good morning po sa inyo. Okay, so channel of distribution. From the manufacturer, mapupunta yung product sa wholesaler, and then from the wholesaler to retailer, and sa consumer. Or sometimes, from the manufacturer, okay, nagbebenta na rin sila directly sa retailer natin. Okay, but never manufacturer directly to the consumer or from the one who will use the product. Okay? So, ito yung operating cycle, okay, ng merchandising companies. Okay, so longer to than a bit longer than that of a service company. So mag-start tayo syempre sa cash on hand. Importante talaga sa lahat ng business ang pera. So mula sa cash on hand, you'll buy goods. Okay, bibili ka ng mga produktong ibebenta mo. And then you will store those goods, okay, as inventory. Lalagay mo muna, stock mo muna dyan sa tindahan mo or sometimes warehouse. Nakastock sa warehouse. And then you will now sell this inventory to the customers. And in return, these customers will give you, okay, the payment. And then, of course, back to cash on hand. Okay, so ganyan lang. Paikot-ikot lang sa ganyan ng isang merchandising business or merchandising companies. Okay, let us proceed now with the inventory system. So the inventory system is the main difference, okay, between merchandising business and service business. Okay, merchandising business necessarily holds inventory of physical goods for sale. So sa service business, wala tayong inventory. Hindi tayo nag-stock ng goods doon. Kasi ano ba ang pinagkakakitaan natin sa service type of business? Yung services na binibigay ng mga tao. Okay, doon tayo kumikita. Okay, unlike sa merchandise type of business, meron tayong tangible product. Okay, tangible product. Okay? Na may tangible product tayo na yun ang binibenta natin. Hindi na to dadaan pa sa isang process. Kung anong itsura ng pagkabili mo sa kanya, yun din ang itsura pag ibebenta mo na siya. So companies can either use the perpetual or periodic system in reporting their inventories. So we have two inventory system. One is the perpetual inventory system. So in it keeps tracks of all changes in the inventory accounts. So this is more expensive as more costs are incurred to make sure that amounts regarding inventory are available at every point of sale. So each time na makakabenta ka, if you're going to use the perpetual inventory system, each time na meron kang sale, okay, binabawas mo na yan agad sa inventory. Together with cost of goods sold. Magkasabayan palagi. Okay, so inventory is updated each time a purchase or sale is made. Okay, shows a continuing or running balance of the goods on hand. Okay, and the other one is the what we call periodic inventory system. So periodic inventory system provide data on inventory levels at some point in time. So ni-schedule nila yon. Ang pag-inventory, ini-schedule nila. Pana-panahon lang, sabi nga. Okay, sa layman's term. Okay, so pag nakabenta ka, o di wala, magbenta ka lang. Okay, pero hindi mo muna iintindihin ang inventory. Okay, so ang inventory, usually ang periodic inventory system ay sa mga not so expensive products. Okay, so ang perpetual inventory system, ginagamit ito sa mga expensive or more expensive products. Okay, kasi talagang nakakatakot, di ba, kapag mawalan ka, lalo na kapag ang product mo ay napakamahal. Kaya, track lang sila ng track. Makakakita kayo ng perpetual inventory system sa mga SM department stores. Kita mo doon, pag like shoes or clothes, miss, meron ba kayong small nito or size 37 na shoes? Wait lang po. Kukuha sila ng stock cards, nandun lang sa tabi, tapos titingnan nila. Ay, meron pa po, nag-iisa na lang, ganun. So yun, tinatrack nila kaagad kapag meron silang nabenta. Sa periodic system, so this is cheaper to implement as physical count is made usually at year-end to provide figures as to how many exist at that point in time. Usually monthly, pwede ka mag-inventory monthly, every 6 months, or usually after a year or annually. So that is the periodic inventory system. Okay, so here sa periodic inventory system, kapag yan ang gamit mo, so pag nakabenta ka, no entry is made to recognize cost of goods sold. Okay, when inventory is sold. So wala lang, edi sale lang or debit cash or debit accounts receivable. Okay, so ganun lang siya. And then credit sales. Ganun lang siya. Hindi muna natin gagalawin ang cost of goods sold. Okay, so ito yung kanyang yan. Okay, so yan ang difference ng perpetual inventory system and periodic inventory system. So, ang source ko dito is the book from Rex Bookstore, okay, written by Joselito G. Florendo. So, ayan. Sabi, ang perpetual inventory system used for both expensive and inexpensive items. So, kahit na inexpensive siya, pwede kang gumamit ng perpetual inventory system. Pero ang periodic, used for inexpensive items. Okay? Perpetual inventory system is specially used for expensive items. Also, perpetual inventory system is more costly to implement, okay, rather than the periodic inventory system, which is cheaper to implement. Okay, perpetual inventory system record exists in every movement of inventory. So each time na may benta, binabawas agad sa inventory. On the other hand, sa periodic, no record is kept for transactions involving inventory movement. Okay, so perpetual, inventory of physical count is made at least once a year. So kahit na ginagalaw nila inventory or nagbabawas or nagdadagdag sila sa inventory, each time na merong sale or purchase, nagkakaroon pa rin sila ng physical count. Okay, at the end of the year, or at the end of the accounting cycle. While sa periodic, inventory physical count is made at least once a year. Okay, and then periodic also, inventory or physical count is made at year end to establish ending inventory amounts. Okay, so yan ang difference nila, ha? Okay, so again, perpetual, used for expensive items. So each time na merong sale or purchase, okay, gagalawin nila agad ang inventory. Okay? Okay, next please. So yan. So these are sales-related accounts. Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina. Itong mga accounts na to, hindi nyo nakita ito sa service type of business. Pero you will frequently use these accounts, okay, sa merchandise type of business. So we have the sales. Okay, ano ba yan? So sales represents, okay, represent merchandise sold to customers for cash or on credit. Kung sa service, meron tayong service revenue or merong service income, okay, merong professional fees. Pag merchandise type of business, which is a buying and selling business, sales ang gagamitin natin. So sales yan. Then we also have sales returns and allowances. So this represents, okay, merchandise returned by customer or price adjustments for damaged merchandise. So this is a deduction to your sales. Okay? So saan mo gagamitin yan? Bawo nakabenta ka na. And then sinole kasi may damage. Kaya hindi ka magre-reverse. Okay, gagamit ka ng account na sales returns and allowances. Okay, so it's a contra account for sales. And then we also have sales discounts. So this represents cash discounts granted to customers for early payments of accounts. So ang sales discount binibigay sa mga suki o kaya sa mga bumibili ng maramihan. Okay, ini-encourage nito yung early payments din. Okay, so yan ang sales discount. And then we also have net sales. So this is total sales deducted by sales returns and allowances and sales discount. So sales, pag binawas mo na lahat yung mga contra accounts niya, kung anong matira, ang tawag doon ay net sales. Okay, so let us see the formula. Ayan. So ayan lang siya. Yung sa taas, ayan ay parang simple mathematical equation niya, di ba? Sales minus sales returns and allowances minus sales discount is equal to net sales. But in accounting, this is our format. So sales followed by, then nakalagay less, sales returns and allowances, and then under less also is the sales discount. Okay? So whatever is left, that will be your net sales. Okay? So ganyan ang itsura pag gagawa na tayo ng financial statement. Okay, ganyan ang makikita natin. Okay, next please. Okay, purchases related accounts naman tayo. Okay, so ang purchases related accounts, ito naman ay para sa mga purchases. So itong mga purchases na to, makikita nyo ito kapag pag ang ginamit ninyong inventory ay periodic. Okay, periodic type of, periodic inventory system. Diyan yung makikita yung mga purchases na accounts. Kapag perpetual kasi, lahat pumapasok sa inventory. Nag-purchase ka ng goods mo for sale, papasok agad yan inventory. Meron kang mga shipping fee, pasok agad yan sa inventory. Pero sa purchases, ay sa periodic inventory system, makikita ninyo itong mga purchases na to. Okay, next, please. Hello po. Ayan, ang dami na nila. Marjorie, Teresa, Annabelle, Mary Rose, Clint, Joseph, Maurice. Okay? So, ayan na yung purchases related accounts. Purchases refer to merchandise acquired for resale. So these are goods a business buys for the sole purpose of selling them to its customers. So pag meron kang purchases, bumili ka ng mga products mo na pangbenta, okay, gagamit ka ng purchases kapag periodic type inventory system ang iyong gagamitin. Okay? Purchase returns and allowances. Purchases pala rather is point of view ng business. While sales returns and allowances, sales discount. Okay? Ito naman ay kapag, okay, nakabenta ka naman. Okay? Point of view naman ng client. Okay? So, dito, purchase returns and allowances, yung business ang magsusoli. So, this represents merchandise returned to vendors or suppliers or price adjustments for damaged merchandise. So, si business ang magsusoli sa supplier niya. Okay? Sa sales returns and allowances, si client ang nagsoli sa business kasi may damage. For example, damage. Okay? Purchase discounts. Okay? Purchases discounts. This represents cash discount granted by vendors or suppliers for early payment of account. Sino ang binibigyan ng discount sa purchases discount? Si business ang binibigyan ng discount. Sa sales discount, okay, si business ang magbibigay ng discount sa kanyang client. So, sino ang magbe-benefit dun sa discount? Si client. Dito, sa purchase discount, ang magbe-benefit ng discount ay si business. Okay? So, clear tayo doon. Sa transportation in or freight in, so this represents the transportation cost of merchandise purchase. Okay? Ito yung magbibili ka online. Okay? Shipping fee. Okay? So, shipping fee. Ayan. So, kung sagot ito ng business, okay, papasok siya, form part din siya ng cost, okay, nung kanyang mga pinamili. Okay? So, anong formula natin? Paano natin siya makikita sa ating mga financial statements? Ayan, so purchases plus freight in, okay, minus purchase returns and allowances minus purchase discounts is equal to net purchases. Okay? So, eto siya. Sa ibaba, yung paano ang magiging itsura niya sa financial statements natin. So, purchases, add freight in, you will have your total purchases. And then less purchase returns and allowances, less purchase discounts. Now, you will get now your net purchases. Okay, makikita ninyo to sa accounting 2. Okay, paano natin gagamitin yung formula na yan or yung formula. Okay, formula. Okay, so let us see. Next, freight in and freight out tayo. Ano ba yung freight in and freight out na yan? So, companies incur costs for having the goods delivered to their intended location. Pag freight in, if the delivery is paid by the business for the incoming merchandise, so it forms part of the inventory. Okay? So, nagiging part ng inventory kapag like, nagpa-deliver ka, namili ka, and then nagpina-deliver mo, chinarge ka. So, freight in ang tawag doon. Yung shipping fee nga, kapag online, di ba? So, papasok siya agad-agad sa inventory. Ang freight out, if the fee paid regarding the transportation of the inventory sold by the company to the buyer is expense. So, this forms part of the selling expense. Okay, so freight out. So if the fee is paid, okay, regarding the transportation of the inventory sold. Okay, so halimbawa, nakabenta ka. Okay, and then, sige, sagot ko na, free shipping tayo. Free shipping. Okay, so expense ito sa side ng buyer. Okay, so di ba pag meron tayong sale, online, 6/6, okay, 11/11, 12/12, nagkakaroon tayo ng free shipping. So, yun. Yung shipping na yun, freight out yun sa part ng seller. Okay? So, yan, expense siya. Okay, so this forms part of the selling expense. Okay, cost of goods sold. So this is another account that we will encounter, okay, in the merchandise type of business. Okay, so cost of goods sold may also be called cost of merchandise sold or cost of sales. So cost of goods sold, ano ba yan? Cost of goods sold. Okay? So yun na siya. Yun na ang definition na doon. These are the cost of goods sold. Okay? So ang formula natin, to get the cost of goods sold, next please. So hello po, Jovi, Tito, Evita, Angel. Ayan. Next please. Ayan na. Cost of goods sold. So ayan, how to get the cost of goods sold? So beginning merchandise inventory, halimbawa for example, nag-inventory na kayo end of the accounting cycle. Okay, so your ending will be the beginning for the next accounting cycle. So you will have your beginning merchandise inventory and then you will add your net purchases. Paano ba nakukuha ang net purchases? Purchases, less purchase returns and allowances, less purchases discount. Okay, yan. Dyan yung makukuha ang net purchases. So, when you add your net purchases to your beginning inventory, you will get your total goods available for sale. And then you will deduct your ending merchandise inventory. Okay, whatever is left, okay, that will be your cost of goods sold. Okay, so that's how you will get your cost of goods sold. Ito, example. Okay, so I have here transactions. So purchase, like transaction here, purchase inventory worth 10,000 and paid in cash. Okay, so pag perpetual inventory system ka, your journal entry will be debit inventory and then credit cash. Okay, so pag perpetual wala kang makikitang account na purchases. Okay? Wala kang makikita dyan. Ang mga purchases na account, makikita mo sa periodic inventory system. Okay? So, bumili ka, pasok agad siya sa inventory. 10,000 and then cash. Pag periodic, ayan, debit purchases 10,000 and credit cash ka, 10,000. Okay, second transaction natin, paid 500 for the delivery fee of the purchased merchandise. So, sinarge ka ng delivery fee. May shipping fee ka. Pasok siya ulit. Okay? So, under perpetual inventory system, okay, debit inventory siya. Okay? 500 and credit cash, 500. While sa periodic, dito mo gagamitin ang freight in. Debit freight in, 500 pesos and then credit cash, 500. Okay? Okay, next slide, please. Ayan. So, ito, another transaction, returned. Ayan, may return na. Return defective inventory received worth 2,000. Cash is received upon return of the merchandise. So, anong nakikita nyo dito? Look at the perpetual inventory system. Anong entry niya? Debit cash. 2,000. Kasi, cash is received eh. Okay, so, parang ni-reverse mo lang siya and then credit inventory. Pinasok mo kasi siya sa inventory eh. So, doon mo siya tatanggalin. Pero sa periodic, look at the entry sa periodic inventory system natin. Okay, so meron kang debit cash and meron kang credit purchase return. 2,000 pesos. So, diba, nakita ninyo? Sa perpetual, puro inventory. Sa periodic, okay, dyan papasok yung mga purchases, purchase return, purchase discounts, okay, freight in. So, ayan. Okay, another transaction here. Sold 4,000 peso worth of merchandise. Okay, the selling price of the said merchandise is 8,000 pesos. Sales are made on account. So, anong sinasabi dito? Walang cash na tinanggap. Ang sales ay on account. So, meron kang accounts receivable. So, kaya meron kang debit, accounts receivable, 8,000. And then, credit sales, 8,000. But at the same time, since you are using the perpetual inventory system, okay, once na meron kang sales, kasunod niyan ay ang cost of goods sold. Kaya meron kang debit, cost of goods sold, okay, 4,000 pesos and credit inventory, 4,000 pesos. Okay? Kasi nga perpetual, di ba sabi natin sa perpetual inventory system, okay, kada mayroon kang benta, bawas agad yan sa inventory. But, okay, look at the periodic system. Wala, yun lang, simple lang. Debit, accounts receivable, okay, 8,000 and credit sales, 8,000 pesos. Kasi ang inventory niyan, at the end of the accounting period pa. Or by schedule siguro. It could be monthly, okay, or every 6 months. Okay? Yun. Ganun siya. Doon pa lang siya mababawas. Okay? Kapag nag-inventory na tayo. Okay? Next po, please. Ayan. So, sales worth 2,500 were returned by customer as wrong products have been delivered. Okay, so sino nagkamali? Si business. Sino ang nagsoli? Si customer. Okay, kaya meron tayong debit sales return, 2,500. Okay, and credit accounts receivable, 2,500. Kasi hindi naman siya nagbayad ng cash, di ba? Kanina. So, accounts receivable. So, ibabawas natin siya sa accounts receivable. And, of course, since may sales return tayo, gagalaw agad ang inventory. Okay, so ang inventory niya, okay, debit inventory, 1,250 and cost of goods sold, 1,250. Okay, paano nakuha yung 1,250? Remember, previously, meron tayong benta. Ang cost niya ng benta is 4,000. And then, ang halaga, ang sales ay 8,000. So, half. Kalahati siya. So, since ang return niya ay worth 2,500, inventory niya is 1,250. Kalahati ng 2,500. And then, sa periodic, okay, so debit sales return lang tayo, 2,500, and credit accounts receivable, 2,500. Hindi pa gagalaw ulit ang inventory kasi schedule pa ang inventory sa periodic inventory system. Okay, ito pa. The remaining balance of the receivable related to the sales was collected. Okay, so that's debit cash, 5,500, and credit accounts receivable, 5,500. And then sa periodic, okay, ganun din, pareho lang. Okay, so debit cash, 5,500, and credit accounts receivable, 5,500. So nagkakatalo-talo lang tayo dito kapag may purchases at kapag meron tayong sales. Okay? Next, please. Yan. Ito na. We're talking about the inventory here. So, transaction year-end inventory count shows that 5,750 worth of inventory is still within company premises. Sa perpetual, no entry. No more entry. Okay, year-end amounting to 5,750 can be computed from the movements on the inventory account title. Okay, so pag tinignan na lang natin yung mga inventory card natin, Okay, sa perpetual, makikita mo na agad kung magkano ang magiging year-end inventory mo kasi galaw nga ito ng galaw. Okay, pero sa periodic, ito na. Okay, so magkakaroon ka ng entry na debit inventory, okay, 5,750. Okay, debit cost of goods sold, okay, 2,750. Okay, debit purchase return, 2,000. Credit purchases, 10,000. Okay, and credit freight in, okay, 500, okay, pesos. Okay, so paano yan? Paano nakuha ang cost of goods sold? So, beginning inventory plus net purchases minus ending inventory. Okay, that's why, okay, ang cost of goods sold mo is 2,750. Ayan. Sana na-screenshot nyo, di ba? Para kayang-kaya nyo nang gawin yung susunod nating activity. Okay, so let us see kung kaya ninyong gumawa. Next slide, please. Hello po, Leia, Mary Rose, okay, Laika, and Haji. Okay, so ito. So, let us check your understanding. So, journalize the following events for ABC Company using perpetual and periodic inventory system. Oh, remember ha, pag perpetual, okay, lahat ng purchases mo, pasok agad yan sa inventory. Okay, sa periodic, purchases muna siya. So, ito lang siya. Purchase goods from XYZ company. Okay, merchandise costs, 45,000, which cash has been paid immediately. So, pasok siya sa inventory. So, debit inventory, 45,000, and credit cash, 45,000. While sa periodic, okay, periodic system, debit, okay, purchases siya. Purchases, nag-purchase, di ba? So, meron kang debit, purchases, 45,000, and credit cash, 45,000. Okay, ganun siya pag periodic. Purchases ang magiging gagamitin nating account. Okay? Then second, returned 5,000 peso worth of defective merchandise upon careful inspection of the goods. A check has been received from XYZ company amounting to the cost of the goods returned. Okay, so si XYZ company nag-return. Okay? So ano ang ating magiging entry? Ayan. So debit cash, 5,000, and credit inventory, 5,000 pesos. Okay? Tatanggalin natin sa inventory. Okay? Yung binalik natin. Okay? And then, of course, sa periodic, gagamit tayo ng, yan, purchase return account. So, debit cash, 5,500, and credit purchase return, 5,000. Okay, 5,000 pesos. Okay, so gagamit sa periodic, gumagamit tayo ng mga purchase-related accounts. Okay, next slide, please. O yan, so sale, transaction natin, sale on account has been made to negosyo company. Goods sold are worth 25,000 pesos. Selling price is 50% above cost. Okay, so ano magiging entry natin pag perpetual? Nakabenta tayo, pero wala tayong tinanggap na cash. Okay, so meron tayong debit, accounts receivable, 37,500, and credit sales, 37,500. Okay, where did I get 37,500? Kasi sa transaction, ang cost daw ay 25,000. 25,000. Ang selling price is 50% above cost. So, kalahati daw nung cost. So, that's 25,000 plus 12,500. So that is the selling price. And then of course, pag perpetual, okay, bawas agad sa inventory. So cost of goods sold is 25,000. Debit yon. And then credit inventory, 25,000. While sa periodic, ayan lang, i-record mo lang. Okay, yung accounts receivable mo, debit, 37,500. And then credit sales, 37,500. Okay, another transaction. So cash collections regarding the sale to negosyo company amounted to 35,000. Cash collections. Okay? So, debit cash, 35,000 and credit accounts receivable, 35,000. So, same lang. Since hindi naman affected ang inventory dito, walang purchases, walang sales, naningil lang tayo. So, ang ating periodic inventory system entry, debit cash, 35,000 and credit accounts receivable, 35,000. Okay? Ito, last. So, ganun lang. Then, last transaction, the remaining balance of the receivable from negosyo company is determined to be uncollected. Okay? Hindi na siya masisingil. So, remember our adjusting entries. The company decided to write off the balance at year-end. Okay, magkano ang utang? 37,500. Magkano ang binayad? 35,000. So, magkano ang difference? 2,500. At yun ang sinasabing hindi na masisingil. Kaya ang ating entry, debit, bad debts expense, 2,500 and credit accounts receivable, 2,500. Okay? Ganun din sa periodic inventory system. Okay? So, debit, bad debt expense, 2,500 and then credit accounts receivable, 2,500. Okay? So, ganun, madali lang. And remember pala, if you were planning to take the bookkeeping NC3, eto, lalabas to, perpetual inventory system and periodic inventory system. Set A, set B daw. Set A is perpetual and set B is periodic. So, hindi mo alam kung ano ang mapupunta sa'yo, kaya dapat alamin mo ito. Very important itong inventory system, lalo na sa bookkeeping NC3. Okay? So, if you have no more question, okay, so hi Kyla May, Sheila May, Micheline, okay? Yun, salamat po. Thank you po for watching. So, ayan. Most of my the information na ginamit ko is from the book from Rex Bookstore. Ayan, so thank you. Thank you po.